Hey everybody, this is Nikki here. Hope you are having a really good Saturday morning, afternoon, evening. Maybe it's Sunday morning where you are. This is my way of making up to you the fact that 10 is delayed this week. It has been a really crazy busy week, and frankly, it's good just to get everything set up and going and working as it should. I hope that you are watching and you are happy and you are ready to watch me edit 10. Now, for those who don't know, 10 is a long video that we produce every week. It takes a long time for us to produce the video. It takes a couple of hours. It's probably about 18 hours of work from start to finish. And so we are normally producing this on a Friday, but yesterday things got so crazy at the house. I just had a lot of work. I'm not going to lie, it was a busy week, and so I'm now starting this later than I normally would. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and I'm just going to let my Patreon supporters know that we are streaming live. If you want to support the channel and you want to support what we do, feel free to throw in a super chat there. Tell us what you think and all of that good stuff. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be live streaming the entire edit session. I may have to drop off for whatever reason. But I'm going to try my best to be here for the entire time. Just have to enter in a password, and I can't do that while talking. I have a bit of a break in my brain there. I can't do both at the same time. So let me just share this with all of the social medias. Feel free to share it with everybody as you feel fit, and let's get on with the live streaming here. I'm sorry, my nose is twitching and I don't know why. So, here we go. I'm just going to let our Discord know. I hope you're all doing well. Talk to me in the chat room. I might not hear back from you initially, because I'm going to be my head's going to be down editing. Okie dokie, let's make this happen. So for those who don't know, we edit in Final Cut Pro. It is the default editing program that we use here at the channel. Final Cut Pro is our preferred editing program, and Final Cut Pro is what we use when we are in fact editing. Let me bring up Final Cut Pro here so you can see it. Boom. All right, so this is yesterday's show, and let me just get rid of some of these programs that we don't need, or these video edits that we don't need. I'm just going to get rid of those real quick. I should have done that first, of course, but you know me. Alrighty, so we are going to go up to 10. Okay, here we go. So the only thing I've done so far with 10 from yesterday is I've imported the audio and the video. I've edited the edited the audio to make it look good. And then at this point, what I do is I join the two videos together. So I'm going to go pretty quickly because obviously I have a 30-minute, about 20-something minute show to edit. And I'm not going to show you everything that I do, but as much as I can. The first thing I have to do is synchronize my clips, which you can't see. There's a progress bar on screen. I should have change that slightly so you can see it. There is a progress bar, and there we go. That is the synchronized clip ready to go. So if I play
Flush
this...
the pavement that interlock with a removable, accessibility-approved charging pole with attached charge cable.
Didn't do that
Customers who get their own pole...
So this is the original as it looks in the studio. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to get rid of the audio that we got from the camera, which should be the same because I piped the audio from the camera into the program. But I actually modify the audio and make sure all the levels are right, do some background removal and stuff like that. So everything is automatically set up. I sync the audio channels together. Let me just bring out this other channel so I can see what's going on in the main live stream here. All right. I'm just arranging my windows behind the scenes here just to make sure I can see everything. Excellent. Alrighty. So this screen, obviously, nothing here at the moment. It's just a blank screen as I set up. I made quite a few mistakes yesterday. That was one of the reasons why I decided to hold off until this morning to do my editing, because I wasn't feeling 100% when I did this video. Would you look at that? There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to sync these two channels together. I'm going to call this synced. You work everything in levels when you're doing this because it makes it a whole lot easier. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over my Pocket Blackmagic Cinema Camera preset that I've created, and this makes it look a little bit more color, so it makes the color a little bit better. So you see here, when it comes out of the camera, we use a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, 6K even, and it looks a little off when it comes out of the camera, so we tend to tweak it a little bit just to make sure that all the colors and everything looks pretty good. And because we work in a studio, we don't have to see a whole lot of changes in between each filming. As long as the lights are in the right place, which they are, it should stay relatively similar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the previous week's episode of 10, which is our weekly news roundup show. If you're watching this, I did invite some people who aren't 10 followers to watch this. So if you've never watched the show before, hello. And everything I do is layered. Everything's layered because it makes things a whole lot easier for me to do. So I'm importing a layer from the previous week's show, and that layer is made up of two individual different layers. So there's a layer here for the guys in New Zealand that we produce a white label channel show for. It's called the Ecotech News Roundup Show. And then there's a virtual studio that we use for 10 for our own channel, which is underneath. I'll show you how those two things come together later on. All right. With my presets, I've already got like a rough preset for positioning of the green screen and everything, so I look in the right position for the show. But as you'll see, unfortunately, I've made a bit of a screw up here, and we've actually got a slightly screwed up positioning here for the mask. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to eliminate that mask. I'm also going to get rid of the green screen because it takes up a lot of processor power. All right. And then I'm going to redraw where I want the mask to be to knock myself out. So I'll do this real quick. For those who don't know, I edit about 95% of all of the videos that we do at Transport Evolved, and we really would like to change that because the amount of video editing that I do means that I spend 90% of my day behind the desk editing video, and that doesn't really bode well for growing the business. So let's go here. All right, so now as you see with the green screen on, that looks pretty nice, although my position is a little bit far to the right, to the left even. So I'm going to just move my position slightly. Bloop. That looks like a better positioning as far as I can see. Good morning, John. I appreciate you too. Thank you very much. That was very sweet of you. All right, so this is how everything sets up. Now, the first thing I do when I start my show is I do silly thumbnails for the guys in New Zealand because they like seeing my thumbnail. So what we're going to do here is we are going to click on the Ecotricity screen for our thumbnail, and then I'm going to hit export. I'm going to hit save current frame. You know, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to modify my audio setup here. Just give me a second. I'm actually going to modify my screen capture here because I think it would be beneficial if you could actually see the entire screen and what we're doing. So I'm feeling brave today. Let's modify this slightly. So monitor, and I'm going to configure this so you can see the entirety of my monitor. That means you'll be able to see all the menus and everything else that's going on as we're doing that. So that is cool. Excellent. And let me just do the same thing here. Alrighty, so before I give you that modified version, I am actually just going to hop over to my other screen. I have two monitors here. One is an Apple iMac Pro monitor. The other one is an LG monitor. And unfortunately, the LG monitor is really rubbish for color calibration and coloring. So I'm just going to check the grade of me in the studio on the other monitor. That looks pretty good. It's a little bit bright. So let me just modify this slightly. Boop, boop, boo. A little bit darker for Nikki, maybe. I don't know. Actually, yeah, that works. A little bit darker, and then bring up my highlights a little. That looks really good. I'm going to come back over here, and then I will reshare the screen with you. Okay. Now you should be able to see everything that there is on my screen. You should be able to see all the monitors. Let me see if this is actually going to work. It's not. For some reason, monitor, there you go, that better, that's better. Now you can see the monitor in both of the screens. I apologize for that. In the UK, they got government funds to turn lampposts into charging posts and add charging posts when the distance is too much between the lampposts. That's a great idea. I love that. That's brilliant. All right. So let's get started. So I've just done the exported image for the thumbnail. Let me just make sure it's still there. So, boop, boop. Ooh, I don't know if I exported it. I didn't. So let's go here and we'll export the thumb. I didn't think I had, but I just wanted to make sure. So we're going to export, save current frame. That's not the frame I wanted. So I'm just going to nudge my my timeline along by the frame, and then I'm going to share. And I'm going to call this Ecotech 189 thumb basis. And it'll export. It's going to export that to the desktop. I don't really need it to be anywhere else. Okay, now I've done that and it says share successful. I can actually get on with doing the actual edit. All right, so I'm going to get rid of my green screen, which I will do in a cotton picking second. I'm going to get rid of that, which is the Ecotricity background, which I don't need right now. I'm then going to get rid of the green screen, and I'm also going to get rid of the Hawaii edge tools. I can never say that right, so if I have offended someone, I am sorry. All right, so rid of this, which is the very beginning, and then I'm going to make a master clip of these two files together, and I'm going to call it synced and ready to edit. All right. So this is where we start using thumbnails and we start using things to put together. Now, when we do 10, we have a special kind of a special document that we create with the Transport Evolved team. And that is our show notes. And my show notes do not submit stories here. These are all of the show notes, the show order that we're working to do today. And so I have to make sure that all of this ties up with everything I'm doing on screen. Sometimes we miss stuff because we're not perfect. All right, let's start.
Coming up on today's show.
All right, I should probably put the introduction at the very beginning. We're going to do introduction with the chapter markers. This is a new thing that I've discovered how to do in the last couple of months, and never think that you'll never learn new stuff, because I'm always learning new stuff all the time, and it makes my life so much easier. It really does. It really does. All right, I'm just going to send out a tweet as well so everybody knows that we're doing this. All right. And then we're going to retweet that. Okay. So, where is my first story? Tesla Q2. So, we're going to go down here. This is all my B-roll footage that we have. All of the B-roll that we've ever had is in this long folder. Why not be different? Just think of the Kenny Everett show and how he mixed things up. Yeah. Wow, there's a chase down memory lane. Tesla Investor Day 2019. All right. So let's find a nice bit of Tesla pick. Don't really want to start with the batteries because of what happened to Tesla this week. So I scrubbed through using the shift key and the arrow keys on my keyboard until I find a bit that I like. And then I'm going to hit in. Don't crash on me. Final Cut Pro. All right, and then I'm going to hit out, and then I'm going to drag that into the timeline. It's going to be too long, but that's fine. I'm going to detach the audio by doing Shift, Control, and S, and that will get rid of that.
Tesla of your choice.
Okay. So we're going to drag this to about here.
Show.
The guys in New Zealand are going to get a slightly different version of this, just so that you're aware.
A fantastic new camping trailer or caravan for each. There's another great quarter of results.
That is a perfect edit point. All right, then I'm going to go and find the camping trailer. And I've forgotten the name of it, which sometimes doesn't help. I really got the name wrong when I was speaking this yesterday. H-I-J-K-H. Excuse me. You learned a new keyboard control. I'm always pleased to learn. I'm in Portsmouth. No, I'm not in Portsmouth. You're in Portsmouth. QA Library is in Portsmouth. All right, so here we go. The trailer. Let's find a bit of... Whoa. Let's find a nice bit of B-roll that doesn't have a huge amount of text over the top of it. All right.
A fantastic new camping trailer or caravan for EVs breaks a record thanks to its onboard batteries. And
nope, that's not going to work. Have to find a different version of that. So let's open this up a bit. If you press Command and plus, you can open up your thing here. You can see a little bit more to go. I actually quite like this. Let's go to there, and let's go to about there. I really want one of these trailers. It's really incredible. So it's Shift, Control, and S to remove the audio track.
your choice, or 50,000.
Oh, that's much better.
To its onboard batteries.
Okay, and then Chicago Chesed Fund, who are sponsoring this week's show. Chicago Chicago Chesed Fund. Oh, looks like I did 2 this week. I'm just going to drag this in because I don't. There we go. Yeah, that should work.
Tesla of your choice, or $50,000, all while supporting a good cause.
Okay. My machine's a bit slow because I'm streaming while also editing video, which is never a good combination of things to do. Let me just move this over. Patreon. Sharing with the Patreon people. Oh, come on. Why won't you let me drag it? Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. It's just being like that. It's just being fine. Let's drag you over there. Now you're gonna let me drag you over there. There you go. Now I can see what the Patreon folks are saying too. And also the Patreon folks over at Transport Evolved. Hello everybody if you're watching live. That is cool. Watching and seeing. I know some of you are watching from the Patreon chat room as well. Alrighty, so let me go over up here and then we go to last week's show. And I'm going to go to here. There's often a lot of lots of spinning beach balls when we make 10 because there's a lot going on. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna go boom, 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 boom. Copy. And we go here, and we go paste. Bloop bloop. And then it sounds like this.
Show. Tesla publishes another great quarter of results. A fantastic new camping trailer or caravan for EVs breaks a record thanks to its onboard batteries. And we tell you how you can win a Tesla of your choice or $50,000, all while supporting a good cause.
Cool. I like it when a show comes together. Oh, no, 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 no. No, what do you think you are doing, you horrible piece of computer? Alright, let's get rid of that.
These stories and more coming next.
Oh, did I screw that up? You didn't tell me. This is
Cause.
These stories and more coming next. Because this is what happens when you're not paying attention, Nikki. Mm-hmm. It's a good job I can just... Oh, I can't. 1 second. Oh, I know how to do it. I got it. I can do this. I'm a professional, me. No, I can't. Ugh. Alright, that's fine. I'll fix it, don't worry.
These stories and more coming next.
fix this a little bit so it's not too...
Stories and more. These stories and more coming next.
I'll put it in the right place this time, so the audio syncs up, because I'm a
good
former
cause.
musician. Thank
These
you, Laura.
stories
That's
and
very
more
sweet of
coming
you.
next.
Thank you, Laura. I was looking at the wrong camera.
Welcome back to TEN Transport Evolved News. We have had a very busy week with lots of fun stuff going on, including an event at the...
All right. So most YouTubers, most EV YouTubers, most YouTubers in general, have someone who does editing for them. The challenge with Transport Evolved is that we rely so heavily on B-roll that it's really hard to, you know, get somebody else to do it, because I know my way around
And a day of moving Winter
the
and his husband into their
the
new
B-roll
home.
library.
This show is sponsored by the
Okay, bloop. Let's make sure that this is in the right place. Welcome. That's a bookmark.
Winter and his husband into their new home. This show is sponsored by the Electric Auto Association. Stick around until the end of the show to find out how joining the EAA can help you finance your own clean energy or transportation purchase.
Alrighty. My server's having a bit of a daft half hour. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to here. We're going to go to here. We go whoop, 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 whoop. Like Zoidberg, basically. I want to make sure I've got the right URL here, so just give me a second. Yep, it is ccfraffle.com. Alrighty, and then I need to make a new special generated label. I should have asked Erin to make me one, and I didn't. So I'm just going to mock one up now. I'm going to do a little 360-degree solid color. Don't panic, it's fine. It's not going to be like this for the rest of the show. Blub blub. And then we're going to go bottom. And then we're going to go... Nope. And then I'm going to go to titles. And then I'm going to go to basic title. Where are you, basic title? Basic title. For basic people. Like me. I'm a basic person. Mostly. Alright. I do think it's kind of funny that I'm sitting in an office with the air conditioning running, because we're doing a video. We're making a video about making a video. And alright. I think that works.
7th annual Tesla raffle, so watch around until the end to find out how to enter and how to get $25 off 2 tickets. At the
Right, that works. It's the wrong font. So let me fix that. Okay, that's cool. I'm actually going to put a sponsored warning here as well.
This show is sponsored.
That works.
Sponsored by the electric.
Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. This happens a lot. I am watching your chat as well. Just so that everybody knows. New compound clip.
Today's show is also sponsored by the Chicago Chesed Fund. 7th annual Tesla raffle.
Okay. I'm just going to put a sponsored content message whenever I do sponsored content warnings. So it's just basically going to sit at the top of the screen.
Tell you how you can win a Tesla of your choice or $50,000 all while supporting a good cause. These stories and more coming next. Welcome back to TN.
I should have done that with all the shows, really. I just got that feeling. I should have done that from the get-go, and I'm sorry I shouldn't. Should have told everybody, like, the EAA ad is also sponsored. So
this show is sponsored
We're gonna
by
do
the
this
Electric
today.
Auto Association. Stick around until the end of the show to find out how joining the EAA.
I recently visited Portland, says John, and was blown away by the sight of hundreds and hundreds of little green scooters. Yeah. And also making content about making content. Contentception. Yeah, I guess this
And
is
how to
me
get
letting people
$25
know
off 2 tickets
how we make
at the
content.
start of the.
Because a lot of people don't. Like, a lot of people don't know how we make content. And it takes a long amount of time to do that. Alright, I don't think I can do these here, but let's find out. Sponsor messages. Alright. Tesla publishes its Q2 earnings for 2021. Now we're going to move this lower third somewhere out of the way, and then we're going to go over here, and then this is the first time we haven't run with a Chevy Fire story. It's kind of nice. Another great quarter. Okay.
At the start of the week, Tesla issued its second quarter earnings, posting a record number of vehicle deliveries, revenue, and more.
There you go. Let's go back to here. And we're going to go back to our Tesla B-roll. I'll get in a flow in a minute, and then it'll get faster, and you'll see how it gets faster and how I speed up the process. The first bit, it always takes a while to do that first bit, just to make sure you get in the groove. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to using this Investor Day stuff. I know this content's a bit old, but let's go with whoop, 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 whoop. I really like that bit. All right, now I have a special preset over here that presets are your friends, because presets allow you to send things to the screen so it's in the right place. There you go.
Posting a record number of vehicle deliveries, revenue, and more. Total production for.
I don't like that cut there, so what I'm going to do is just extend it, slow it down a bit.
Deliveries, revenue, and more.
There you go. That works. All right. Now, I screw up here quite badly. I want you to know that. Tesla makes very little stock footage, so we have to be really careful about using the same stuff all the time. But there's not a lot else we can do.
Model Y, while deliveries broke new records at.
You know what? I'm going to use some of the footage.
1 cars. Going
to shift that up a bit.
Total production for the quarter rose to 260,421 cars.
I'm going to go find the Tesla footage that we have. So we have 2 libraries. We have the B-roll and then we have refreshed B-roll. And everything that's in B-roll needs to go into refreshed B-roll at some point, but I just haven't had the time to get everything set up and done. When is Tesla Berlin meant to open? I can't remember. That's a good question, and I've forgotten. And I feel bad admitting that, and I'm sorry, but I cannot remember. You know what? I'm going to speed this up. Here we go.
Total production for the quarter rose to 260,421 cars, with the overwhelming majority of those being Model 3 and Model Y. While deliveries broke new records at 201,250 cars, up 122% year on year.
Oh, that cut is just not in the best place. So we're just going to extend that a little bit. I retime my shots fairly regularly because it just makes things neater and tidier.
Year on year.
I think this is where I screw up, so I'm going to go over to where I screwed up.
Tesla's automotive gross margin grew too as a... Tesla's automotive...
Yeah, see? That's where I screwed up, so we're going to get rid of that. This is proof I screw up. Look, I have to come back and pick up the thing.
Year on year. Tesla's automotive...
Oh, that's bad. Somebody needs to learn how to edit videos better.
22% year on year. Tesla's automotive gross margin grew too as...
I screwed this up multiple times. I want you to know this.
As economies of scale came into play. Despite a noticeable drop in the number of regulatory credits Tesla sold to rival
I might
automakers
swear at this point,
and
just to
challenges
warn
with chip
you.
shortages, Tesla finished the quarter with a total profit of $1.6 billion, $1.45 per share using the adjusted method, and $1.4 billion, 1.5.
I said an F word and I stopped myself. There you go. Sorry, I did say that the stream might include some swears.
Tesla's automotive gross...
There you go, Nikki. Get it right. Sort it out.
50 cars, up 122% year on year. Tesla's automotive gross margin grew too as economies of scale came into play. Despite a noticeable drop in the number of regulatory credits Tesla sold to rival automakers and challenges with chip shortages, Tesla finished the quarter with a total profit of $1.6 billion, $1.45 per share using the adjusted method, and $1.14 billion, $1.02 profit using the unadjusted method. Nicely done, Tesla.
All right, there we go. So I managed to get to the very end of that one without swearing too much. All right, let me just use some of this lovely footage here. This is some of our own footage. We use this footage. We shot this. We want to start shooting more footage ourselves. So if you are a Tesla owner or you're someone with a car that you know we don't have access to, reach out and we'll be more than happy to shout your lunch.
Tesla's automotive gross margin grew
and help you out, and hopefully you can help us out with making some great video content. Doesn't sound so bad with an accent. Yeah.
Tesla's automotive gross margin grew too as economies of scale came into play. Despite a
Yep. You see that little bit of a tweak there? Let's get rid of that.
Economies of scale came into play.
There you go. Boom. Get rid of that. All right, now we can actually put this on top. And then... I really like this.
Despite a noticeable drop in the number of regulatory credits Tesla sold to rival automakers...
And the number of chip shortages. So let's use a Model Y. Why not? Let's do a Model Y. Oh, that's the wrong Model Y. So all of this footage we've collected over the years. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of time and effort to do. But we think it's worth it at the end of the day. Like...
and challenges with chip shortages, Tesla finished the quarter with a total profit of $1.6 billion, $1.45 per share using the adjusted method, and $1.14 billion, $1.02 profit using the unadjusted method. Nicely done, Tesla.
That is a really good bit of video to use. But you'll see it's the wrong aspect ratio. So what we have to do is we have to modify this. So here we go. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go crop. I'm going to get rid of this color picker because we don't need it. I'm going to hit crop. And then I'm going to punch this in. Because I don't like black bars on my videos. If I can I do a new compound clip, that's important because if I don't do that, then when I try and skew it up into that corner, it looks wrong. All right, so that's the first of 40 stories done. So here I'm going to go Tesla. And then here I'm going to move that to here. I'm going to chop here, and then I'm going to go transport evolved. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go Tesla again. Alright, and then I'm actually going to move this because I got that wrong. And then that's that first one done. Alright, so then what we do is we copy the lower third, we put the lower third there, we find out what the next one is. And Archimoto holds Tesla, FUV and friends in Portland. I can't spell. Alrighty.
On Monday this week,
So we have to go and find the Archimoto bit. Excuse me. Archimoto and friends. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong B-roll. Have you seen the Model S? Well, a well-known YouTuber sent to Rich Rebuilds Tesla quoted for a new battery and it's just out of battery warranty. It being the Car Trek show. Yeah, I knew that. It had happened. I haven't watched it because, I just don't have time. I spend 90% of my life making YouTube videos. Just trying to remember where I put the Archimoto and friends. So just give me a second. Maybe it was FUV and friends. I know I made it. I put it in. Maybe it went in the wrong one. Sometimes I end up putting things in the wrong folder, and that really screws up things. Don't think it's in the Archimoto one there. Oh, where did it go? This is very suspect. There's no way, as far as I know, of searching the libraries. Which can be a bit of a pain in the butt. But don't worry, I have another way of accessing it. Will my interview with Sandy Monroe be a separate video? Absolutely. We had a bit of an audio issue when we were making it. Luckily, we've been saved, and so there will be a video coming soon of that. Alrighty. Ooh, that's a bit noisy, Erin. What happened there? I think we'll be able to fix it in post. We are going to fix this. I don't know what happened here. Let's just bring down the darks a little.
I and the rest of the team headed off to the Portland International Raceway, where
Come on. Transport evolved. The screen.
On Monday this week, I and the rest of the team headed off to the Portland International...
Come on. Come on. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why it has so much issues, so many issues there. That is not good. That's very noisy. I wonder if the cameras were set up wrong. This happens sometimes. Okay. There we go.
National Raceway, where we were guests at Archimoto's FUV and Friends summer event.
The lighting on Saturday was terrible. It really was. Monday. The lighting on Monday was terrible. It really was. We were just given a hard time by the weather, and we all got sunburned.
There we got to see and ride the production version of the Archimoto Roadster. We saw the Archimoto Flatbed and some really fun and custom one-off FUVs.
And then we're going to go and look at some... That's Erin in the back of... That's Erin or Kit in the back of the FUV that I was riding. Oh, somebody actually color carded that. That looks lovely. That is beautiful. That's a bit of winter footage, that is.
We saw the Archimoto Flatbed and some really fun and custom one-off FUVs.
Okay. Where is footage of me and Winter driving? There you go. We had to drive really slowly because we weren't allowed to go around the track. It was direct sunlight.
The company also surprised everyone by showcasing a semi-autonomous Archimoto that could be...
Oh, hang on. That's in the wrong place. That's in the wrong place.
The company also surprised everyone by showcasing a semi-autonomous Archimoto that could be remote controlled, as well as announcing a truly ingenious brand new software update that hopefully next year will enable torque vectoring and drive-by-wire capabilities in every new and existing Archimoto FUV.
I've run out of I've run out of footage. But that's okay because you've got more.
And drive-by-wire. The company also surprised everyone by showcasing a semi-autonomous Archimoto that's in every new and existing Archimoto FUV using just 2 motors.
I said something I shouldn't have done there.
Making it easier and safer to drive and eliminating the need for a separate steering motor.
I can cope with that. Let's put me and Winter there.
There we got to see and ride the production version of the Archimoto Roadster. We saw the Archimoto Flatbed and some really fun and custom one-off FUVs. The company also surprised everyone by showcasing a semi-autonomous Archimoto that could be remote controlled, as well as announcing a truly ingenious brand new software update that...
Oh, did we have 2 cameras? Yay. I had very bad hair that day. Because it was really horrible. All right.
So keep your eyes peeled for that over the next few weeks.
I hate seeing myself on camera. I really do.
On Monday this week, I and the rest of the team...
That's an entirely Transport Evolved B-roll here.
Keep your eyes peeled for that over the next few weeks.
I'm going to have to get Winter to help with the footage, though. Excuse me.
The UK's Science Museum is among...
I'm so upset about this story.
But this week, it and Shell truly amazing events and exhibitions. But this week,
So if you have more questions, feel free to send them my way. I think it's despicable that Shell did this. I'm just... It's just horrible. It really is. And I'm going to add some noise reduction on this later. This may break. This, oh yeah, I thought it might. Crumple Pop. Breaking your video. Oh well. I'll have to use a different noise denoise filter. That's not a problem. Oh, I've already got color board on there. Let's just bring that down a little bit and bring that up a little bit.
that could be remote controlled, as well as announcing a
Horrible, yes.
stuff in the
Surprising,
event
no.
to share, including an interview with the one and only
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate.
Sandy Munro, so keep your eyes peeled for that over the next few weeks. The UK's Science Museum...
All right.
The production version of the Archimoto Roads...
The reason why my hair, I just want to say, the reason why my hair looked so terrible that day is because I had motorbike hair, and I have really fine long hair, really fine hair, and it just sticks to my head when I get hot, and I hate it. There you go. Now I feel better about ranting. All right. UK Science Museum. VV UK Science Museum credit Shutterstock. So unfortunately, I just have to use images, static images for this because I don't. There's no rights cleared footage that I can use, but this is one of those rare instances where I'm like, you know what, this needs to be a main story. Yeah, I leave the green screen in while editing for performance reasons because it's on this layer here that I can just go in and fix it as and when. And that's pretty easy for me to do in post. So, Transport Evolved. I'm actually editing really slowly today.
Some truly amazing events and exhibitions. But this week, it and...
Come on.
Shell are in the spotlight after claims that it signed a gagging clause with Shell over sponsorship of one of its exhibitions. The subject of the gagging clause, the Our Future Planet exhibition. capture and storage technologies, as well as some climate change solutions inspired by the natural world.
I'm sure someone will say, but you haven't got any footage of this. I'm like, well, yeah, because I haven't gone, because I live in America. I just want to make sure I didn't screw up previously. I did. Wow. That's what happens when you're not paying attention to your world around you.
As sponsor of the exhibition, Shell reportedly required that the Science Museum make no statement that could be seen as damaging to Shell's reputation when dealing with an exhibition about climate change.
Alright, so now I need to go and get some other footage. This is where I basically fall back on video blocks because
Science Museum make no statement that could be seen as damaging to Shell's reputation.
Okay. Blump.
To EVs.
Is the Boring Company going to put in a commuter rail or is it defunct? I don't know. I'm afraid. Give me a second. This might not be a Shell rig, but it works for what we're talking about here. So we use story blocks for all of our B-roll that we don't produce ourselves. Alright, next story. It's just a terrible week for news stories. It really was, because it's bad news stories all week.
Megapack energy storage facility in Moorabool, South Australia, as reported by local media.
You can tell I was tired when I did this last night. I'm not happy with my performance.
A fire broke out at the end of the week at the Tesla Big Battery Megapack energy storage facility in Moorabool, South Australia.
I was so focused on getting the name right that I screwed up the South Australia bit. Usually I'm smart enough to notice, but sometimes I don't. Thank you, John-eric. John-eric? Do they use trailers more often than in the US, hence the less need for pickups? I think what happens is that they use commercial vans more. I think that's what they use. I mean, pickups are not used as toys like they are in America. That's really what goes on.
Multiple fire crews have been working hard to contain the blaze and prevent it from spreading to other battery packs.
That's Robert's. Can't use that. Although Robert has said we can use that.